to me, what it did to a lot of those kids, it took a place out of I had for John in my heart. It just kind of went away. See that look on his face of just knowing what he was going to do, and then watched him do it to Cody. It was something that was indescribable.
All right, we're recording. Jerry the King of Lawler. It is so good to see you, and I'm glad you have your name on your hat so I can remember who I'm talking to. You know, sometimes when you get older, you just don't know. You look great, and you're at home in Memphis.
Memphis, yes.
Yeah. You're still a national hero.
Wow.
Now, how many years have you been living in Memphis now?
I lived here. I was born here, and this is my hometown. But then I moved for 7 years as a kid to Ohio, up near Cleveland, and that's why I got the big Cleveland background in my past. But that was just when I was a kid. Then I came up and moved back to Memphis.
So you're still you're a Memphis guy, but Cleveland is your football team.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah, we know that. So I wanted to talk to you about a bunch of things here. First of all, tell us about your health. How are you feeling? This is being recorded on March 6th, 2025. Tell us how you're feeling. You look great.
Oh, thank you. I feel great. I feel good, except my knees are a little bit under the weather. I had my right knee replaced, and about 7 months ago, or 6 or 7 months ago, and they said that takes about a year to get that back to normal. And then my left knee needs to be replaced too, but I'm going to wait a while on that one.
Okay, and how are you feeling from the effects of the stroke that you had?
Well, that's something that's here constantly every day. I've just about gotten over. I want to say gotten over. I haven't gotten over because the effects of the stroke. They're always there. I mean, my whole right side of my body is damaged, and I can't really write too good. I can't draw worth a darn, but I can still sign an autograph. Thank goodness.
Well, that's great, because I see that you're making the convention circuit again. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I am. Thank goodness. Yeah, but other than that, I feel fine.
You still watch WWE?
I do, yeah. When I get chance to, what's the one? Raw has gone to something.
Raw has gone to Netflix.
Yeah. I don't have that.
Okay, we'll make sure you get it.
Oh, thank you.
So you watch SmackDown?
Yeah, I watch SmackDown.
You watch SmackDown?
Yeah.
Now I know, because you and I talked before we came on here, that you saw that dastardly change what happened at Elimination Chamber.
I did see that.
When no one saw this coming, and your reaction to the whole thing, but with John Cena disappointing everyone, especially the kids and the Make-A-Wish Foundation and everything, turning heel, turning bad guy, as we used to say in the magazine, him selling his soul to The Rock instead of Cody Rhodes, and them and Travis Scott, and just beating the tar out of Cody. Tell us what that was like when you were watching it. And obviously, no one knew this was happening. I thought it was one of the most dramatic moments I've ever seen in pro wrestling.
Well, it was. I gotta tell you the truth. I did hear about it after it happened, so I saw it on the replay of it
Yeah.
on TV, and so I knew what was coming, but I didn't know how I would react. And when I saw it, I saw the I don't know, the perfectly, the way it was laid out was perfect, and the fact that the angle on John's face when when he hugged Cody, and all of a sudden you see that close-up view of his face, of that expression changed as he looked at The Rock. I mean, it was it just, I don't know how to describe it, because I knew what was coming, but then when I actually watched it again, it was like you said, it did to me what it did to a lot of those kids. It took a place out of I had for John in my heart. It just kind of went away. See that look on his face of just knowing what he was going to do, and then watched him do it to Cody. It was something that was indescribable.
If you could talk to John Cena right now, what would you say to him?
Why?
Yeah,
I would just have to say that one woman. Tell me why.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I know. I think I know. One of the reasons is because he wanted that place that he had one of the times for years and years and years. He had that spot in the place in WWE that now Cody Rhodes has.
Yeah.
And I think he was jealous of that. And not that he would come out and say it, but I believe that deep down inside him is he likes that spot. He
wants to be the star.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And what would you say to Cody at this point?
Well, I'm sure he's heard it many times since he won that title, but that title is like a big target on his back. Yeah. And everybody knows that he's the target. And I would have said, when I said everybody, that goes to people like John Kusan, to John as well as The Rock, and these people that you wouldn't think it was inside him. It now is inside him. That jealousy of that spot he's got.
Some of the other great swerves in history, of course, when I was starting my career, Bruno and Larry Zbyszko and Hogan laying the leg drop down on Randy Savage. But you were guilty sometimes of changing from good guy to bad guy, and
yes,
bad guy
I did.
to good guy. Yeah. And the way the fans reacted to you, because I was there for so many of these things. It's just a shame when these things happen. Before I let you go, what do you want to say to your legion of fans who are always asking me, why haven't you interviewed Jerry Lawler in a while?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Why? Yeah. Why haven't you called me?
Well, I'm going to. Well, I'm always here. We haven't done this.
I'm here to.
We're going to do this once a month. We're going to do this once a month. We both should be. People still talk to you and me about Andy Kaufman.
Oh my gosh, Andy Kaufman! I've got a ton of stuff to tell you about Andy Kaufman.
So what? While
we're here, and where we're at it, let me just take in a little tour here of my house.
Yes. I've got to say thank you very much. little vodka there.
Okay.
But that people always say, because of the time I introduced you to him and what you did and Jarrett did to promote that and the David Letterman show, that was the first volley of what really became sports entertainment.
Right. It really was. And
It
I was
way ahead of time. And you told me one time that you were riding on an airplane with Vince Jr., and he said that was the one angle that he wished he would have had.
That he did. And he blamed his father was the one that turned it down. It was his father that turned Andy Kaufman down. And but if he said he would have loved to have had it, but he didn't think that he would able to do with it what we did with it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. The Memphis Machine was brilliant with that.
Okay, let me take you a little tour here. Whoa.
Oh, yes. You got all your super. I know you collect Superman and Coca-Cola memorabilia too. Batman.
The life Hulk.
Not. This is the Hulk, not the Hogan one.
Yeah, this
right
is the. This is the 10 feet tall.
Right, the green one, not the.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's Superman. Couple more.
So just like me, if I remember talking to you before, your Superman was always George Reeves, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was. Yeah, here's George Reeves.
Yeah, see? That was my Superman.
Yeah, mine too. And of course, the Batmobile is here.
Yes. I used to remember you driving around town in that.
Yeah, it still goes. I'm just getting close to springtime down here, and I'll be out driving anything around.
Oh, I'm going to come down and join you this summer.
Okay. Yeah, I've got all Coca-Cola, Superman, Batman, everything around here.
Wait. I know you have the Coca-Cola collection. Have you ever had a Pepsi?
Have had what?
A Pepsi.
No, I've never.
Okay.
No. Sure. I mean, I don't dislike it. Look, there's me and.
Lois Lane. Nolan Neal.
Yes.
Yeah. We had so much in common with both the same things. Jerry, I'm running out of battery time here.
Okay.
So thank you for doing this, and we'll check in another month or so, and just would love to keep up with everything that you're doing.
Okay, sounds good.
And I also want to thank you for being like one of my best friends always.
Always.
All right. Thank you. Much love, and we'll see you at the matches.
Okay, sounds good.